Hello and welcome. I'm channeling somebody who is very angry, very pissed off, but it's not in your nature to be like this. It's a sacred rage. It's very opposite of who you regularly are. So you're typically you don't really go into confrontation. You don't seek out battles, but you certainly tend to get into them. There's a tunnel I see you navigating through. I see you struggling with accepting that the way through is actually to understand the rage, to understand the anger, to use it as a fuel in a way. Because there is a force working against you right now that's been attacking your family and generations of your DNA. There's an active attack on you, and it feels very personal. Like why are you coming after me like this? Why can't you just play nice? What is wrong with you? Are you just like, what? It's so confusing. It's very unexpected. It's a sacred rage. It's a frustrated, it's like this energy has came so into your energy to the point where you're literally in a corner. This person. So I see you backed up into a corner like you were in a room with somebody, and it's like many occurrences. This person has trampled on your energy. And then I see you just getting to the point where you're just in the corner of the room at this point, and they're just like going at your face, yelling at you because you are all these things. And at some point, it's like, when do I defend myself? Like, I need to fight back. I need to fight this energy. It's attacking me. I have no other way but to fight back. It is your people in the past that have been through this. They are looking to you to be the one that breaks this curse, this failure of your ancestors. The people before that so gracefully and gently and they didn't fight back. They welcomed with open arms this force, this attack on them. They welcomed it with open arms, and it relentlessly attacked. It's a relentless attack on your being. It's being done intentionally. You have to understand. This person, you took away the monster's cookie, okay? When you take away the monster's cookie, the monster is pissed. The monster is pissed. I just see you defeated. I see you pushed. I see you pressured. And you're like getting angry. You don't understand. It's like anger isn't even in you by nature. Oh, this had to come out, didn't it? Friend, I see you cornered. I see you understanding that this is not right, that what you're experiencing is dark. This has been a ploy on your family, on your lineage, on your DNA since the dawn of time. We are playing out this character right now. Right now you're playing, how do I say that? I just keep hearing it. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never love love someone without I'm loving you. Whatever. It's like this love and hate relationship you have. You're learning that you've completely lost. Where are you? You're like in this room, in this corner, pushed out. It's all about this other person at this point. This person, this entity, this force, this boss, whoever it is. Obviously, for some, it's pretty literally that. It's pretty literally this. But understand, we have something like this out here, which is used by the military, you know? That's like a weapon used against a group of people to stun them, to just like with a, and everybody just can't move. Because it's a frequency weapon. It was not an accident. We got indigenous out here. You took the cookie away. The monster feeds on the cookie. And I'm seeing the cookie as the pure, the non-perverted creation of God. The pure form that we walked into this earth to be. This beautiful creation that we are. This piece of art. Okay? You are a piece of art. You are a beautiful, non-replicated, unique, valuable piece of art. And whatever's attacking you knows that. They literally see your value. And when you took something away from them, they're using your weakness as a way to push even harder. Your weakness being, I'm soft, I'm meek, I'm gentle, I'm kind, I'm Bambi. Of course I wear Bambi today. I'm a little baby deer. I'm a little baby deer. I'm Flower, you know, Flower. I'm just Flower. Like, you're just this really gentle creature. And the force you're dealing with isn't operating out of kindness or having your best interests in mind. It's all about that person or those people. I do feel like it's a person. This person's a very selfish person. Very, very selfish. And it's very strange to you to be selfish. It's very awkward. You're like, why do I need to be selfish here? I'm sorry. Why do I have to be something I'm not? It's very hard for you to go against your authenticity right here. It's like they just want to sabotage you. Civil rights came out. Man, we're dealing with something that's been rippling through time. It's right now, the ball is in your court though. This has been going on for centuries, for the whole time, since the beginning of the story. Civil rights. Our ancestors want us to fight back. There's not a question at this point. It's time to fight back. Sacred rage is so beautiful when you channel it right. When you don't let it take over you and you do it with love, it's an energy of a teacher, of a good parent, okay? So much love is in the feeling of rage because it's when so much love, unconditional love has been poured into this energy that the only option, because you can't choose love anymore. Love is so poured on this situation that it's time for you to be angry. It's time for you to be pissed off. It's time for you to fight back. It's time for you to say absolutely effing not. Not today. No. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I'm really just laughing at myself. Yeah, this is what you need to say. If I hurt your feelings, I do it with pure intention. I love you, but I love me more. I gotta protect my energy. That is not a crime. Kevin Gates. My energy, protecting myself is not a crime. You are such a good person that you think that protecting yourself is a crime, is against the rules. You're such a good person that you literally think if you defend yourself after being attacked by something you have loved, you have tried love, you have tried goodness, you have tried God, you have tried doing the right thing, you've tried taking the high road, you've tried all these things. This energy is deep and dark, and it's more than this person 1111. It goes way back into time. Okay? It's not just this person. This person is a minion for something greater. Okay? Okay. I pulled out Asperger's syndrome, which is interesting because I see this spectrum of social behavior issues. 1144. Running through people like you, okay? So there's a spectrum. I'm not diagnosing you. I'm just telling you this is an energy and it's a signature, and I'm picking up on it through what I see you going through. A developmental disorder affecting ability to effectively socialize and communicate. Autism spectrum higher functioning, hard time relating, fixed routines, recognizing cues and misunderstandings. You struggle with social norms, you lack coordination, unusual body posture, and facial expressions. These are traits of somebody that's not quite in the majority, okay? And your inability to function and understand evil is a good thing. You don't understand it. You don't know why you keep pouring love and kindness and goodness and God onto evil. You keep pouring it on like a garden. You're watering this garden of evil with love. You think you're gonna grow flowers and strawberries, okay? No, you're only gonna make the thing because you're feeding it. You're literally nurturing evil. You are nurturing evil. You are saying you are deserving. You are also, because I'm of goodness, because I'm doing a kind act, because I'm helpful, because I'm of service, I'm going to pour into you because I want you to also feel good, and I want you to feel God, and I want you to feel pure, and I want you to feel holy, and I want you to understand that what you're doing is wrong. No, this person's going to take it you're literally growing a monster. You're saying, you're encouraging the monster to keep growing. You're enabling the monster. And you're doing this because you literally have the inability to choose evil. And evil's trying to break you enough so you do choose evil. And there's the confusion. Because you're like, oh, well, if I react with rage, I must be bad. I must be evil. Nope. Nope. No. That's not what it is, okay? You are choosing rage, sacred rage, as a defense, a mechanism based on this attack you're facing. Rage needs to kick in because you've tried everything else. Everything else has been tried. We need to go move on. Yeah. There's not enough. Oh, how do I say that? So, active denial. Like I see you hearing the truth. I see you intellectually hearing the truth, but your heart isn't as ready to receive. So it's almost like, but I feel. I need you to say, but I know. Because your feelings right now aren't giving you the proper guidance. Even though I see you using your heart to want to care for yourself, but there's a bit of a disconnect. Something's disconnected in the brain and the heart here, where you're hearing the truth, you're hearing the information from many sources or from just plain reality telling you the truth right in front of your face, but you still aren't ready to receive. You're still wanting to learn something. What do you need to learn? What do you need to learn? What do you need to learn? Sign language. Learn the language of the signs. So obviously, sign language, come on. Pick up on it. Like sometimes those on the neurodivergent spectrum, or those that tend to be soft and gentle and, non-confrontational, type, can miss the signs right in front of their face, even on the person, right? So the person can display very obvious traits and signs of not good. They're like a freaking neon sign of evil, arrogance, greed, lust, pride, gluttony, whatever it is. It's just exuding off of this character, and you're just looking at them like, but I see where I can find love in them. I see where they can be love. I see where they're good. I see the good stuff. I'm optimistic. I'm so positive. I'm just gonna look at this evil and just see good. That's what you're doing. And it's cute. I get it. It's so cute for a minute. It's cute for a minute until you're in that corner. And then you're like, the only way out is to fight. And you didn't want to fight, remember? So it's like, how can you get out of this situation without having to fight? I don't know if you can, but I asked it, so. Disassociate. So, to separate a connection or union with something or someone. That's how you're doing this. So what you're disassociate is when we're attacked, we're abused, whatever, right? There's some sort of coming at you energy, and you go, I'm just gonna think about something else, or you literally leave your body. It's not a very intentional thing, especially if it started or you began to disassociate as a child. It can be very second nature or first nature for you. I got 18 there. So it could be, I'm getting a lot of repeating numbers. It's kind of saying like, there's a lot of signs in your vicinity, in your visual. And it's asking you to look, because when you disassociate and disconnect, you disharmonize, it's a safety tool. Disassociation is there for your safety. It's so you can survive what you're experiencing. If it's brutal, if it's horrible, if it's, if it's not what you want to experience, disassociation can save you. And that's beautiful that you have developed and understood that skill. But now we need to recognize that it's taken over a little bit too much to where you're too comfortable with it. You're now in a disassociative state too frequently. You're staring off into space, into your imagination, that kind of stuff. Gosh, you just want to be in love. I just, It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, but it seems so complex because of the circus that we've created around the simplicity. The simplicity has always been there. It is there, but it's hard to see because we've built so much around it. There's so much hiding it, okay? Where your intuition is blocked, where you're unable to intuit how things are happening under certain contracts, spiritual contracts. Obviously, physical contracts could be literal too. But your genetics, your codes, remember your indigenous people, your ancestors are coming in and telling you right now, we made a mistake. We let this happen. And because that is in our memory, that is now flowing through our DNA lineage, because you remember that's how we function. We're not, what do you say, non-offensive. It's always like a defensive or a passive energy. They want you to know, like, they understand and recognize that they made a mistake. And this is what was their downfall. And know that at some point they fought back. And the stories they told weren't all truth. They left out some pieces. And they want you to know they left the pieces out so you would be in this position and succumb to this evil. They wanted the story, the narrative to be a very particular way. So when it reached you, the sacred DNA person of this time, of this DNA lineage, of this ancestors, when it was all put into you, and all of them are watching over you right now, the way that they have designed the game is that you wouldn't tap into something like rage or anger or, stand up for yourself and fight back. The point was, no, we're going to make them meek and humble to the point where they're just passive cattle. No, that's not what your ancestors were. They were deceived, and they did have open trust, and they let in particular energy that's still to this day attacking, wanting to just conquer and dominate. It's just evil. Metaphysics came out, a branch of philosophy that deals with the first principles of things, including abstract concepts such as being, knowing, substance, cause, identity, time, and space. Abstract theory with no basis in reality. Facts. So they want you to know this. They want you to know this inside, though. I'm just here to inspire the thought, to remind you of who you are, okay? You know this. You resonate. There is a knowing in your heart when you connect to your people. If you meditate and you sit there and you listen and you obey your truth and your spirituality and your connection to your people, to your God, to your understanding, you will hear the truth. You will know the truth. And when something attacks you, you won't just be passive. You won't just let it happen. You won't just roll over and take it. They force so much logical for a reason. They want us to be so logical, and they want to ban everything metaphysical, everything mystical, everything spiritual, because the more you disconnect and the more you go away from it, the more you naturally are going to follow something that you look at as a god or a king or a powerful. Because if something shows you itself as powerful, as great, as a leader, as something that you're willing to follow, That could be something as simple as technology, guys. It could be like, man, look what we've done with technology. It's so great. It's so big. Wow. How can we compete with that? Easily. In here, like we already have, the brain is way, way, way more I don't know how I want to say that, complex, capable, cognitive. You know, don't forget who you are. Remember, you knew this. Yeah, mermaids. Hypervigilance. Why did mermaids come out? Mythology, mermaids, memory. Maybe you really connect to the mermaids. Maybe they're part of the helpers at this time for you. So of course I bring up mermaids and my phone shuts down. All of a sudden I had a tremendous amount of storage. I have no idea where it came from, but we won't go too in depth about that. But I do feel you may have a connection, or yeah, truly, it's what I have to say. Yeah. Bob Marley came out. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds sit by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Yeah, this came out multiple times. It's always going to come out because apparently it's very, very important. Epigenetics. These are genes that have been turned off. We just got done talking about mermaids, and now it's talking about epigenetics. So, and I was also going down the metaphysical rabbit hole that it was taking me to understand there's a dimensional barrier where there's a lot of communication happening. So we talked about sign language. You have beings all around you, alerting you to this, letting you know that you are in a situation designed to keep you from this knowledge, to keep you from your power, to keep you from understanding your ability. So I just saw, like, you need to go into the water. If you have an ocean, you need to go into the ocean. If you have a bathtub, pour salt in the bathtub and lay in the water. Put up a fight. Put up a fight. Put up a fight. They want to fight you, put up a fight. And guess what? Do it with God behind you. Watch how that happens. But do it right. What I mean by that, use that kind, loving pureness that you know you have. And close your eyes and tap into yourself where you reside in that pure frequency of love and say, God, universe, spirit, most high, creating, loving God, holy angels, the ones that want to help me. Take away the evil, take away the darkness so I can see clearly. Help me to know, help me to discern. When you humble yourself into a place of, I am of service to you, meaning of the Creator that wants you to make it. The Creator wants you to make it. You are an extension of the Creator that wants you to survive this. You have to actively choose it though, because something about you puts you in this place, in this position, that separated you from goodness. The purest form, that before you knew you type of goodness. Okay? Whatever you imagine heaven to be, the reason you're disconnected from heaven, that level. We need to tap into that by requesting help and it's like, just like if you go get a job and you say, can you hire me? And they say, yes. And then you have to fill out the application first, do the interview, and then they give you the job, and then you have to go through training, and then you have to go through orientation, and you have to do all this stuff before you actually do the job. And then you do the job and you're still monitored. There's still all these things. They want you to do the job right. They want you to come into the light correctly. They want you to be in the light, in the flow of love. And there's some purification. There's some purify. Remove the toxins. Remove the toxins. Remove the toxins. And if this person is in your life, it's like there's got to be something more as to why they're in your life, you know? Why are they there? Hermetics came up. Hermetics. I don't know why that came up. Why did Hermetics come out? Intruder. It's like something wants to be so loud and so obvious and so... Everything's about them. Everything. They're so forceful. They're so pushy. They don't care what you feel and think because they know you're going to do the work. They know you're going to do this. Now I'm seeing really work settings now. So your intruder, your person that's actively putting you into a frequency that you do not want to be in, far from your truth, far from who you are, they're intruding and impeding, like I'm seeing like stampeding, like stomping on your, what your ancestors did give you, which is this natural, innate, born with gift to know goodness, to your ancestors did something right. Okay, they knew enough to be of service. I'm seeing the Native Americans I'm just seeing this like respect and harmonious people that when they killed an animal, they prayed over it, they loved it, they used every part of it and ate it with joy, and they danced and they sang and they lived a very meek life, a very humble existence. No idols. Until they did. Until they allowed to, they were wowed. They were amazed by something. And that's how it happens. And they did pass on some of this goodness to you. And they're like, look, this is where we messed up. This is where we went wrong. And I'm so sorry. They feel so sorry because they see you in the situation. They hurt for you. They love you. They care. They don't want you to feel like this. Wisdom. Wisdom. They want you to know that you carry the wisdom, that when you're ready to tap into you to the point where They want you to know that you have the wisdom, and we're going to focus this back on what can you do right now, because you're very, very in the 3D dance, like you're in the thick of it, and you really want solutions. You really want solutions. Oh, taming the wind. 55. Taming the wind, which is like, there's all this noise, all this sound, everybody's talking, everybody's blah, 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 blah. Shut up. It's so loud. Turn it off. Turn off, turn off, turn off. Sit in the silence. Be quiet. Be still. Be open to the silence. There's so much noise in the silence, which is why people don't want to sit in the silence. They're like, it's too loud. I turn something on to distract myself from this obviously very loud silence that I avoid like the plague. Your ancestors want you to embrace the silence. They want you to be more open. That's when you are going to hear better. That's when you're not going to hear this person that's so loud in your energy. They're using you as fuel, as a source of, it's like they continue, they stomp, they stomp, but they walk, they trample, they do all this movement because they're fueled off of your energy. Something about that. Oh, the journey. Yeah, you're taking a journey, friend. A lot was dumped on you at once. You're like, where have I been? What is going on? What is going on? What is happening to me? Regular life doesn't make sense anymore. Every time I wake up and I keep pretending that regular life is normal, it just tells me it's not. It's not normal anymore. Things aren't normal anymore. How do I make it stop? How do we get it back to how it was? No going back. There's no going back. We're not going back. We're going forward. The vision quest. Go until you see what you need to see. You don't give up. You keep going. You go on the quest, the journey is about moving with the power. Look at that. With this staff is like, it's your power. It wants you to move in your power. Move in your power. I'm gonna pull some animals. And then I have to cut it short. Animals, what do you want to say? Whoa. The hummingbird, which is such a beautiful, subtle little creature, right? That lives in the in-between, lives in the realm of like, I'm here and I'm not. I'm kind of here, I'm kind of not. You see me, now you don't. Like, that's the kind of energy your ancestors want you to be in. They want you to be subtle. Sacred rage isn't about flipping out another in-between creature. These creatures can go from male to female. They can go from land to water. Like, this is all types of in-between energy. They really want you to be in the in-between. Allow it to flow. When you see someone being crazy and acting a fool, this is about the journey. This camel came out the last couple, or another reading. When you see this person acting a fool and yelling at you and being all crazy with you, there's this in-between space that you can have, that you can be in, that disassociated energy that you do, where you disconnect and you go away. They don't want you to channel their aggression. Every time they're angry or mad or pouring out their love onto you, say, I don't feel what they feel. No, I'm gonna be strong, and I'm gonna let them say what they have to say. They're allowed to feel how they feel. But I don't feel that. So I'm not gonna empathically absorb what they're throwing at me. I'm not gonna feel like them. No. But I understand them over there. That's what they feel. And I'm gonna find a way to, I'm gonna get out of this frequency. I'm gonna go to another place, but I'm gonna remember, I'm not gonna forget. I'm not gonna disassociate that this happened and that this keeps happening and that this is a recurring pattern with this person. I'm gonna actually let them say what they have to say, not let it affect me, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna gracefully move past this because they've pushed me to a point of rage. And the fact that I'm even at a point of rage says a lot because that's not an emotion I would typically carry. So if I'm feeling rage, that must be what they feel, because I've been absorbing their energy for this amount of time that I now feel it. So if I don't want to feel rage and I don't want to be so angry and aggressive or violent, I need to disconnect from this psycho and stop enabling them and let them work through their problems without putting me in the middle of them and their problems. They're gonna have to figure this out on their own. I can still love. I still send them love. I send you so much love. I love you. I love you, but I love me way more. I want to survive this. And I truly hope that you can get through your problems. I don't want to be this medium for you, this in between. No, just because I can. No, you need to deal with your problems. That's what it is. I want you to follow the nectar of the hummingbird. I want you to smell the sweetness on the other side that's calling you from the other place. There's no nectar here. This isn't nectar. You need to adapt. Hop, skip, and jump like the frog out of it. Okay? And the camel is representing putting the water on your back and walking a journey through the desert, knowing you're not going to find water for a long time, knowing that it's going to be a long road. It's going to challenge you. It's going to be difficult, but it's not impossible. You are strong enough to get through this. Your ancestors are literally around you, waiting for you to be brave enough to step into your power, to know that you have the staff of God, okay? Look at that staff. Walk into it like a... We're talking about deer. Look, you was Bambi in the beginning. Look at that. Look at that head on there. That's a book. A book? I don't know. That is not this Bambi. That's the adult Bambi in spirit form. So it's like super ultra power. That's like ultra instinct. It's beyond human. It's surpassed. It's went above and beyond. The bottom. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I want one. Just to be nosy, and I do have to go. Someone's gonna knock on the door soon for a plumbing issue. I want a card on this person. Ooh, see how aggressive that was. Ooh. Obsessed lover, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessive, and karmic. This person's teaching you who you are not. Who you are not. And I'm running. Run away. Run away from me, baby. Run away. Got to be crazy. Why don't you just run away? Baby, I got a plan. Run away as fast as you can. No, this person's killjoy, okay? We need to... Yeah. These are some of the worst. I hope. So this is the card that fell on the floor. And you see how it ended up on the bottom. Your companion. So this is someone you confide in. This is like probably a lover or somebody you have really, really close. It says loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. You're very loyal to this person. This is your person. But they came out as the poet in the shadow, which is they turn a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So they are speaking good words, but they're evil or they're self-serving, degrading others, degrading you. Everything's everyone else's problem. They're king of the world, queen of the world, whatever. Everything's about them to the point where if it doesn't go their way, it's like dictator, energy. And they're good with their words though. They're like a poet. So they could be influencing or a flow, like they could be a musician or a creator of some kind. They write, they maybe text you beautiful love messages where you're just like, oh, I love you. And then they have you backed up into the corner another day because they're obsessed and working through things they need to figure out. That it's not your job. It's not your job to figure them out. That's their issues. It's unhealthy, it's toxic, it's dangerous, it's possessive, and it's karmic. And it's harming you, not allowing you to find the nectar, not allowing you to adapt or to have peace. You're on a journey. Your ancestors got your back. They are speaking to you. They are coming in many, many ways, trying to get you to wake up. They haven't knocked yet. They're probably trying to call me. All right. One more card. And then I got to go to the plumber. So, watching or tracking your movements. Change things up. This person don't give them any sort of indication that you're changing things. We're not trying to go tell this poet, this person that is good with words, when you showed up as Asperger's syndrome, where you struggle understanding intellectually everything that's happening. No, your social understanding is a little bit off, and you're not perceiving when they're trying to sell you water and you're a fish. So it's best if you can trust in God and your ancestors for now to get you to the next destination, to get you onto the journey, so you can use your kindness and your loving energy for better. Pay attention to your surroundings at the bottom. You have more things to be of service to because you love being of service. You're an empathic person. This is quite obvious in this reading. You're a loving, kind person, and it's just as hard as it's for you to perceive their behavior. I'm sure it's hard for you to notice that you are like that when others around you maybe tell you, oh, he's coming. So you're a great person. You got this. You got this, okay? I gotta go. Thank you. Bye.